And if you could tell me about the makeup of SAWC-C, who's in it, what it's all about.
Sure. Well, it's basically a group of Asian women, mainly East London based, who are artists, journalists, musicians, writers, academics, things like that, basically people in creative media field.
What will you be performing on the night, if you could just give us a brief sort of description of your work and what you'll be doing?
Me personally, I make a small part of the night, but I'll be performing songs from the album that Sarah's been sort of mentioning. So it'll be a sort of an acoustic, eclectic mix. I write lyrically in English, so and my background is very gospel, jazz, folk oriented. So it's sort of English lyrics, gospel vocals, but musically there are little sort of influences from the various artists I performed with. So I think that's the kind of tenet. It'll bring different flavours, obviously, because we're Asian women, but also beyond just being Asian, you know, we're also sort of global human beings, I think, a lot of us. So.
And whereabouts do you think you fit in a kind of creative market kind of way?
Where do we fit in a creative market? Interesting question. Where do we fit in a creative market? Actually, I think you using the word market is quite interesting because in so many ways, people like artists and freelance journalists, someone like me, you're constantly thinking of how you fit in the market, in the marketplace. You're constantly thinking about commercial imperatives. But actually, one of the nice things about this is that it's a space when we're not actually thinking how to get something directly out of it in the short term. We're not thinking about outputs. It's quite a sort of open space where we really are thinking about ideas, and stuff has a chance to bubble and brew and stuff like that. So we're not selling anything to people. We're not even selling anything to each other. It really is genuinely a kind of free interplay of ideas. So and the other performers are really varied. Some really fantastic young artists like Sonia Mehta, who's based nearby, East London girl who's got she does beautiful things with Bengali folk song, and then another young artist called DJ called Anarkali Elektra. She's really young. I can't believe how young she is. She's about 19 or something, and she plays all sorts of things, from Hindi film tunes to hip hop. Then there's another very young artist called Sarah Saeed. She's actually Manchester based, but she's performed here before, and she's an MC and she has bundles of attitude. She's very good, again, it's kind of hip hop. Then Mushmi Baumik is a really experienced, she's a star basically in Bengal, and she is a really experienced songwriter and vocalist, and she performs with her band Parapar, which is actually made up of like all English blokes who play, I think, different, like the cello and acoustic guitar and things like that. So it's a really interesting mix of, again, Bengali folk traditions mixed with Western instruments and things like that, and she's just an absolutely top-notch performer.
Come to Rich Mix Friday, 3rd of December, for an absolutely fantastic night of music, great artists, a great vibe, and I think you're going to enjoy it.